Hey, Joe here from Avalon, and today I'd like to show you the 5 reports every bulk small business owner should be looking at, and when and what they mean, plus a couple bonus ones that aren't really financial reports necessarily, but are important for every business to look at. So number 1, this is the number 1 report that you should be looking at, is your income statement. This is also known as a profit and loss statement or a statement of earnings, something like that. So this is the report that's going to show you your revenue and your expenses, and adding those together, you'll see your profit or your loss. So this is really the star of the show when it comes to looking at reports, and often gets all the attention on a monthly basis because it's showing you what you've made in profit, but it's not the full story. So I'll get into that. But this is the report you want to be looking at on a monthly basis, and hopefully comparisons by the month, so you see how you're performing month over month. But one of the things that we see people miss is looking at a rolling 12 months. So you want to look at the past 12 months leading up to the current month, and how that full business cycle, the full year has been progressing and compared with the same time last year. So you can track profitability without the big bumps month on month. So that's report number 1. Report number 2, and this one's often overlooked, is your balance sheet. So the income statement means almost nothing if you're not getting paid. So the balance sheet kind of completes part of this story. So you look at your balance sheet and you see what you owe and what you own. So on the one side, you're going to see everything that you own, which is also called your assets. And on the other side, you're going to see everything that you owe, which are your liabilities. So an example of an asset would be cash. You own your cash, it's in your bank. Number 2 would be accounts receivable. Who owes you money and you're expecting to get that cash in the future. On the other side, liabilities would be maybe a line of credit or your accounts payable and who you owe money to. So balance, that's why they call this a balance sheet. It's seeing both sides of the story. So along with your income statement, and you look at your balance sheet, you're going to see a more complete picture of your business as a whole. So that's report number 2. So report number 3 would be your accounts payable. So this is everything that you owe to somebody else, and this is essentially the cash that's going to be going out the door over the next 30 to 60 days. This is, you want to see on a detailed listing of this, of everybody that you owe money to, and when that cash is going to go out the door, when you're going to pay them. You can't go on too long as a business owner not paying your bills. You want to be able to plan for that. So you should be seeing this report on a weekly basis, and it should be detailed about who you owe and when. The other flip side to this is report number 4, which is your accounts receivable, and that's who owes you money. So your customers that haven't paid you yet, what cash is coming in over the next 30 to 60 days, hopefully not much longer than that. This is your detailed listing, and it tells you who you need to follow up with, who you're going to get cash in the door from. So that's number 4. Number 5 is your cash flow. So to complete the full picture of your financial statements, you'll see an income statement, a balance sheet, your AP and AR, which are accounts payable and accounts receivable reports, and then you're also going to want to see your cash flow report. So this is where the money is going. A lot of people confuse this with an income statement because it's showing your revenue and your expenses, but that's on an accrual basis. So you send out an invoice, but you may not have been paid for that yet. That's still revenue, but you don't have the cash in the door. The cash flow completes this picture and shows what money you have coming in and what money has been going out. So you can see if you're actually earning cash. We have a big saying around here, which is any business owner and any business needs to be a cash generating machine. So you need to find ways to get your cash in faster and make sure you're paying your bills so you maintain good relationships, but you always have cash in the door to pay your employees and do all the things that you need to do. So those are the 5 reports. So we've got an income statement, that's your profit. Your balance sheet, that's your financial position, how are you standing. Your accounts payable, so who do you owe money to over the next little while. Accounts receivable, who owes you money and you need to follow up on. And your cash flow. A couple other things that you can be looking at, and we encourage every business owner to develop these, is number 1 is your key performance indicators. So keep KPIs, you can call them whatever you want, metrics. What you want to be looking at in this scenario is everything that kind of matters to your business. These can be ratios, so maybe you're a labor efficiency ratio. You can look at profitability, so how much percentage of revenue is your profit, and what should you be targeting. These will vary by business, but you want to get a clear picture of what sort of key performance indicators that you should be looking at on a frequent basis. And the last one is your bank balance. This is overlooked sometimes. You need to be looking at your bank balance on a daily basis. Know how much cash is in there, and if you can meet those obligations that are in your AP report or your accounts payable report. That cash is the one thing that can crush businesses. If you don't have cash in the bank and now you owe your payroll, that can sink your business. So it's really important to know what's in the bank and what's going to be going out over the next little while. And of course, what's coming in. So those are the 5 reports plus the 2 bonus ones for any small business to look at. If you have any questions about that, please reach out. We love to hear your questions, or comment below and we'll answer them as soon as we get them. Thanks so much for watching, and have a good one.